Mr. President, I support the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action that we've agreed to with our international partners and with Iran. This agreement, implemented effectively, is the best option we have to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. I sit on the Armed Services and Intelligence Committees. We have had numerous hearings. I've engaged with the administration. I've met with our international partners. I've studied the deal itself. I've read the commentary and analyses from all different perspectives. I've asked hard questions. I've reached my conclusions based on the facts before us. This decision was not easy and should not be easy. Like every member of this body, I am committed to Israel's security. I'm concerned about Iran's statements against Israel and Iran's support for terrorism. These concerns are real and valid. Nuclear proliferation is one of the most consequential national security matters facing the world. Clearly, a nuclear Iran is unacceptable to all of us. So I would expect that any agreement to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is given serious, thoughtful consideration. Yet, there are those in this body and elsewhere who oppose even the idea of a diplomatic solution, at least one negotiated by the Obama administration. They made clear their intention to oppose the agreement even while the negotiations were taking place. For the first time I'm aware of in U.S. history, dozens of senators signed an open letter to a foreign government, the government of an adversary, no less, stating that any agreement reached by this administration would be undone. Before the actual ink was put to paper on the agreement, that was their message. Then, within hours of the deal's announcement, the same voices that opposed negotiations in the first place started denouncing it as a bad deal. Some claimed we could get a better deal. Others said no deal was preferable, despite the fact that Iran was within 2 to 3 months of getting a nuclear bomb. I'm fairly certain these people hadn't read the deal before they made such statements at the very outset. That's not how we should conduct foreign policy. Our national security, the security of Israel, and the stability of the Middle East are too important to turn into campaign ads or political rhetoric. As we prepare to vote this afternoon, I'd ask my colleagues to set politics aside and focus on the facts. The fact is, this agreement is the best option we have to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. First, we've reached this agreement with the backing of our international partners, including China and Russia. I, along with some of my other colleagues, met with the ambassadors of these countries, and I asked them point blank, would you come back to the table to bargain for another agreement if the United States walks away? And they said, no, there already is an agreement. It is the one that Congress should be supporting. The ambassador to the United States from the UK also said no. We need our partners to make this deal work, and our partners have committed that if we choose this path, they will stand with us. They will be with us. Second, the terms of this agreement, implemented effectively, cut off Iran's ability to create a bomb. Their uranium stockpiles will be all but eliminated. We'll have unprecedented oversight over the entire nuclear supply chain. The U.S. intelligence community has indicated that it will gain valuable new insights through this agreement. Indeed, with the information that can be garnered through this agreement, our intelligence community will be able to provide information that will enable us to make sure that Iran stands up and abides by the provisions of this deal. We'll have veto authority over what goes into Iran, and we will know what comes out of Iran. These unprecedented oversight provisions have the support of arms control experts, nuclear scientists, diplomats, military, and intelligence leaders all of who believe that this deal will make the difference.
The senator's time has expired.
I'd ask unanimous consent for one more minute.
Without objection.
Finally, this agreement is about trust. The deal requires verification that Iran is cooperating before sanctions can be lifted. If Iran cheats, we can snap back sanctions and with international support. We can initiate military operations if need be. Let me repeat, the deal before us does not prevent the U.S. from taking military action if needed. This agreement is not perfect. However, rejecting this deal means risking our international cooperation, our security, and our ability to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. Based on the facts before us, this agreement deserves our support. Let's put politics aside. I urge my colleagues to join me in opposing the resolution before us today. I urge my colleagues to support the agreement. I yield the floor.